Hello, everybody. Welcome to Forever a White Belt. I am your host, Naughty Nate. And on tonight's episode, I will be interviewing a scrapyard competitor. He goes by the name of Chongo. And viewer discretion advised. We're going to be talking about some pretty sensitive topics in this podcast. Just to kind of give a quick little overview. Chongo's been a part of the scrapyard community for, I would say, almost 3 years. He's competed multiple times. He's well liked at the community. A few months back, some pretty unfortunate allegations came out against him. At the time, Mike wasn't given the opportunity to present his case. I've been keeping in contact with him, and we're at a point now where Mike feels that he's ready to come to the table and present his side as of the story. Okay. Again, this is a pretty sensitive topic, guys. Okay. But yeah, I think it's important. I mean, Mike, like I said, Mike's been a part of the community. The scrapyard, we stick up for our own, and we give each other that respect to at least give them a chance to say their side of the story. And that's what we're here to do, guys. Yeah. So I'm going to bring Chongo on right now. And here we go. Hey, Mike. Welcome
Hey,
to the pod. How you doing, bro?
oh, doing great. Thank you.
Oh,
It's a privilege, and thank you. I'm very, ever grateful for being able to do this again. For you giving me the opportunity for this.
of course, man. I mean, I really I'll be the first to say, man, when this stuff came out, it was a big shock. It was a big shock to me. I've cornered you multiple times at the scrapyard. I've had you over at Columbia River Jiu-Jitsu. I've trained with you personally. I consider you a friend. When these allegations came out, like I said, we're all dumbfounded. And regrettably, like many others, I had to distance myself from the situation for a little bit until we get some proof, and we got a better understanding as to what was going on. And over the last month or two, we've been talking. We've been keeping in contact fairly regularly here and there. And I feel like you've been doing what you need to do in terms of doing the legwork to provide the proof to clear your name of these allegations. So here's what I'd like to do, Chongo. I'd like you to kind of give us a little bit of a rundown as to what happened. And why don't we start from the beginning? And before we get started, let's not throw out your ex's name. If we need to refer to her, we'll refer to her as your ex or D. Is that fair?
Definitely.
All right, brother. I'm gonna hand it over to you, and yeah, you just kind of start from the beginning, bro.
Well, the as everybody knows, me and my ex had been coming to the scrapyard together for quite a while, and things were going pretty well there for quite a she was there supporting me for I think it was about 4 fights and through a couple of those pretty bad losses. And, that was really great and everything. But then, of course, as relationships do, things degenerated and things got abusive. She had started to get pretty controlling there for a little bit, even physically abusive at times. And things that degenerated to the point where I couldn't really keep going in order to save my sanity. I had to break things off with her, and that caused a whole lot of problems. With that, there was always the threat that she would alienate me from my family and my friends,
Mhm.
namely my kids, which was the very most painful part of it. Because as
Yeah,
anybody,
can I interject right there? So, are you saying that this something like this has happened before?
Yeah, there was always a kind of it was always a threat to
With all,
where if I had left,
she's
she
never
would.
really done it before. She's always just threatened to do it before.
Yeah,
Is that correct? Okay. Okay.
she had threatened to have my kids taken out of my life. And anybody in the scrapyard knows my kids are the most important, ones in the whole world to me, and with second being this community. And what she really wanted to do, as abusers typically do, is they single out who they're who they're targeting, and that's effectively what she did. Um, to give some history, to give some backdrop to the situation, a few years ago, I was going through some pretty hard times, falling back into addiction and my mental problems, and I made it no secret in the past that I've had suicidal ideations,
Hmm.
and I've shared it, throughout my time in the scrapyard, the and my post fights, and then my pre-fight, shouting out Cedar Hills, which
Hmm.
I a few hospitalizations, and about 2 years ago, as I said, I had a restraining order put on me with my dad, um, and on behalf of my daughter, because things were going uh, in a pretty bad way. I was drinking, and uh, and I don't live with my kids. They ever since I've been separated and divorced from my ex-wife. They've lived with my dad for about 4 years, and it's been very, very hard for me. And the
Understandable.
scrapyard, the scrapyard has helped me through a lot of this, and it's something I'm very grateful for. Uh, but my father and I were fighting, and he had distanced me from the kids. And then later that night, I had gotten drunk, and I called my daughter, telling her of the suicidal ideations, and that, of course, resulted in a no contact order being filed.
Hmm.
And I had violated that. Uh,
And real
um,
quick, Mike, I don't mean to interrupt you too much, but you have the paperwork on this. That's correct, right? You have the paperwork saying this. Yep.
yes,
So for any of those out there that need these what's called receipts now, Mike has that. He's actually willing to provide these things. He's not just saying words. And I think
yeah.
that that's very important.
And I've been going through Veterans Court,
Mm-hmm.
which is the same as drug court or a therapeutic court, where you basically go into a court every once a week in order to help uh, not just clear the charges, but to rehabilitate and to stay sober, which I have,
Mm-hmm.
um, and it's been a big help. And it's helped the situation. The no contract order is in process of being dropped,
Mm-hmm.
but that when I did that, it caused a lot of problems, and I worked through a lot of those problems. And during that time, I had started a relationship soon after with Dee, and as any parents, who really miss their kids, who really want to be in their kids' lives, they'll see them despite any contact orders. And and of course I wanted her to develop a relationship with them too, and to keep that, let them know that I still cared, and that I needed them. And I kind of let her have this sensitive information, and she was able to hurt me with it. And as the relationship degenerated, a lot of the threats got worse for her to turn me in with what she knew. And then I broke up with her for for the mental and even physical abuse, and she had
And
told me her threat.
real quick, Mike, you meant to turn you in or to tell people. You're talking about
The no
because of the
contact
no
order.
contact order, right? Due to the no contact order. That's the sensitive information that she had on you, was just the fact that you're a father that was building or trying to maintain a relationship with this kid. You know,
Yeah,
I've struggled with my share of addiction in the past as well. I'm a recovering addict myself. I understand the struggles that go along with addiction. Um, you know, I yeah, man, I get that part of it. I do. And I also understand what it is to be a single father or and not have your kids live in your home and how difficult that is and how
yeah,
difficult it is sometimes to deal with you know an ex that you have kids with that you don't get along with and their family and all that. I totally understand where you're coming from with that, man. So by you, yeah, it was a violation of your trust to kind of use that legal standing and
mhm,
hold you at bay with like a, oh, I'll call the police because you're talking to your daughter, like
mhm.
that. Yeah. But I just want to make that clear. It was those allegations. It was that sensitive information she had on you, not
And
the
among
allegation. Yeah.
yeah, and among the threats, the constant threats, is that she would um, she got jealous of the relationship between me and my kids, namely me and my daughters, and she would say crazy things like my girls needed protection from me, which is just like it didn't make any sense at all. Uh, she saw the relationship, and it was just like um, and uh, she would threaten that I looked up child pornography. This is where it's
CP.
coming
Yeah. We'll refer to it as CP, but yes, that's what it is.
in. That
Yeah.
was among one of the chief threats because the jealousy that she had with me and my with me and my daughters. It was a way of kind of separating us.
Mhm.
And the main threat was to take everybody out of my life that I care about, that I love, and you know, wh- she at first had turned me in for the no contact order violation. It was
Mhm.
definitely a violation. And
Mhm.
I went to jail on that. And
Mhm.
I'm going to, uh, and that's going well. They're
Yeah,
going to be
so during that time period when she turned you in for that no contact order, that's when she got it on the scrapyard group page and started making all those allegations against you.
yeah.
That's the
She had
timeline
turned
we're on now. Yeah. So while
she had
you're
turned
incarcerated, she gets on the group page, which is 100,000 plus members. I think even more. I mean, I can't. I'm just throwing out a large number off the top of my head, but it has a large amount, and it has all the scrapyard competitors, everybody that knows you's on there. And she starts throwing out these allegations of the CP, calling you a pedo, saying that you're attracted to the minors and telling us, it involves your children. And the whole time she's saying that, you can't even defend yourself because you're incarcerated due to the fact that she called the police on you for violating a no contact order with your daughter that you're just trying to maintain a relationship with. Is that
yeah.
is that so far? Yeah. Okay.
That's
Let's
true.
continue on, brother.
And another to add to that, she has said she had told everybody that I was in jail for the CP,
Yep.
and that was half the reason. She said for no contact order violation and for the CP,
Mhm.
there was no CP involved. There was just allegations that she had turned over the Gresham Police Department, which they had turned over to DHS, and they had both ever since dropped their cases due to no
No
evidence.
evidence. Yeah.
Oh, and as
Real quick, Mike, hold on real quick. I saw documentation on this. Mike provided me with paperwork from the PD that said this, to whom it may concern. So this is not just some words again being said. I actually saw paperwork on this. Let's continue, brother.
And yeah, and it's just yeah, I got back from jail because I got arrested on a Friday. I didn't get back until that following Monday, and I come to find out that I got kicked out of my group, kicked out of a street beast, and I was just like, "Whoa, what's going on here?" You know, and it was devastating. And then she had told me that that she had followed through with her threats, and that really sucked. And and
Yeah, it did.
yeah,
And it does. And in regards to some of that, I feel like again when she went and did that, because she's also been involved, she's been at the event, she's never been a competitor, mind you, she's always been a second to you. And because of how highly you always spoke of her and presented her to everyone, nobody knew any of this other stuff. You know what I mean? So when it was presented to the group, and you got arrested, everybody was like, well, why would we not believe this individual? um
definitely.
Also, yeah, also, I mean, she was also just to add a little bit to it, she was also making some, oh, I'm a single mom, and but playing a big sob story as well. So that played a little bit into it too. I think it pulled on people's heartstrings. And for the safety of the group, we had to, like I said, create some distance until we got this figured out. And you took the brunt of that. I mean, somebody that's already dealing with, struggling with the addiction, because it doesn't go away. You always end up, it's always there. It's always something you have to deal with, right? Somebody
Always.
that already has mental illness, that feels suicidal, that gets a release from the community and from the scrapyard events. I mean, that's something, you're one of many individuals, Mike, that look forward to these events. They get that same release. I can be around like-minded individuals. I can be around people that don't judge me. I can be around family, extended family, a community that supports me and does, that's there for me.
My family, and it gives me the will, it gives me the drive, despite everything, to keep self-improving,
Hmm.
to be the best that I can, and as opposed to destroy myself with addiction.
Hmm.
And it's I've told many people, because of that, it saved me multiple times.
Hmm.
You know,
And you've been always open about that.
yeah,
So since that happened, like I said, we created some separation, but that didn't stop Fire Chicken or myself from reaching out to you on a personal level. And
which
as soon as you guys got out, you were able to speak with us. And damage, I mean, that was like you said, I think everything happened like on a Thursday or Friday,
right,
and you weren't able to get out until like a Monday, and I wasn't able to speak to you. Yeah, I wasn't able to speak to you till over the weekend. So like a couple days of damage have already been done. So by the time we got to talk to you, we're like, hey man, this stuff's already been out. We need to you need to present some counter proof to these allegations, so that we can present it, so that you have something to stand on, because we are getting these, I don't know. I don't even know if you can call them credible, but it's a female calling out a male for DV, for CP, being a pedo, all these crazy things. Like, we're a bunch of dads, we're a bunch of fighting males. She knew exactly what to throw in the freaking water to get us all fucking pissed. Let's just
yeah.
That's just what it is. So everybody was amped up about it. So um yeah, man. I I know I've already apologized to you about it, and I will publicly apologize to you about it. I know
There's
we understand that.
nobody
I
knows.
know, I know, and I appreciate you for the understanding. I'm just saying, on a friendship level, it's just one of those weird, it's one of those really weird, hard, crazy situations, man. Like I said, I'm a father. I know there's a lot of other fathers out there. Fire Chicken's a father. We're going over there. We're around children, at the gym and whatnot. So yeah, it's one of those crazy things, man. But I feel like you're doing what's necessary, and that's why you're here today, and that's why I want you to still continue to be a part of this community, and I want the others to also hear this and see this so that you can continue to be a part of this community. So now moving forward, Mike, all these allegations were made against you. She's told the community about you. We're how are you feeling after all this is done? What process have you gone through to clear your name so that we got to this point right now?
Well, I mean, just not letting it destroy me, I guess, to just keep living my life right, not relapsing, not letting it, not letting it get to me to a point where I'm destroying myself, getting myself in even more trouble, and you, just letting it also, the truth is always stronger than lies, and the truth always finds its way out after enough time.
Mm-hmm.
I knew I was going to have to be patient with that, and of course, with Fire Chicken and with you, with everybody, I understood very much the uh, you know the worry about
Yeah. The
whether
implications of these actions. We
people
understood, yeah.
were and I very much understood that. I didn't, and there's definitely no animosity there. There's no resentment, and I'm very grateful to everybody in Fire Chicken and the whole community, of being able to stay, be able to come back after the truth has come out. And, it means more than, I mean, of course, not as much as my kids, but a very close second, you know, um,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll keep doing this. And, because it's something I love. I love everybody like they're my family.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody has saved me on multiple times, and uh, words can't words can't say. I mean, I keep
Yeah.
doing this. Well, I can't anymore, and
Yeah.
it's a very important structure in my life.
Yeah, it is. It is. It is for all of us, brother. And like I said, you're an important part of the community. We all enjoyed having you there. We've had a lot of really good moments together. Um, it's unfortunate that when some things end, they end this way. I'd like to point out that domestic violence is a very serious issue. It's not just a one way issue though, as we're experiencing right now. It doesn't always have to be a physical thing. Mike was a prisoner in this relationship uh from fear. He was a prisoner, and she used fear and false allegations to keep him in this. And that's just as abusive as a man using physical force, guys. And if you're in these situations, all I can say is seek help. They're like Mike, you were saying, the truth will come out, given time, given the proper motivation. Like you've been motivated, you've went out, you've done what you needed to do to provide the evidence. Like I said, guys, I've seen paperwork from the PD, and it was legitimate paperwork stating that yeah, there's never been a charge against Mike.
And
And
even Chrono, sorry to interrupt, but
Mhm.
even Chrono Keeper, somebody I forgot to mention earlier, he had done a check of the database
Mhm.
for sexual offenders and all that kind of stuff. And he had told me that he had done that, and I'm grateful for that too. He has been a huge help as well.
Who were you saying one more time?
Chrono Keeper.
Good.
Uh,
Okay. Good. Yeah. like I said, we have people that look into this stuff. There's an organization while we're talking about this, Acacia. I'll leave a link in the comments after the show. It'll be to Randy. He trains over at Lone Wolf Jiu-Jitsu Academy. They're organization. I mean, yeah, they're a company that takes the whole. They'll take your whole gym, do a whole background check on all your members, and make sure no one in your gym is a sex offender. You're not rolling or training with any kind of sex offenders. We take that stuff very serious. It's not, I don't care if you have done drugs. I don't care if you sold drugs. I don't care about a lot of stuff, but this is one of these things that is a big no.
Yeah,
That's why we took these allegations so serious, because it is a very, very serious thing. Uh, we as a community over at the scrapyard, like I said, we're very welcoming, but we are not welcoming to that. And nor
right.
are we welcoming to that at Columbia River Jiu Jitsu. That stuff is not welcome. And I can't imagine a place where it is. So, having said all that, thank you, Mike, for coming on tonight and for clearing the air and helping provide information for the competitors, for the scrapyard community, so that they also hear your voice as well. Because ultimately, that's what I wanted to accomplish during this podcast. Is I wanted to give you the opportunity to tell your side of things. I don't think it was right that that happened and you weren't able to at least be able to say your piece to defend yourself. Um, yeah, man. Fuck, bro. Yeah, I think though, like I said, I think this is gonna go a long ways. It's already I believe you've spoken to Fire Chicken, is that correct?
Yeah,
That's good. We've spoken to Fire Chicken. I'm gonna speak with him too. And yeah, man, we're gonna continue to move forward with how things were. You're coming back to the gym. Tell you that. You can come back to the gym for sure. We're gonna get some training back
I'll,
in.
I'll be there tomorrow.
I won't be. I gotta.
Oh,
I gotta. Yeah, yeah. I'm going to the scrapyard on Saturday, but we'll get you back in the gym. We'll get you training again. We're gonna work with this mental health. We're gonna try to build back up, brother. Like I said, these relationships are just like losing a fight, bro. Like, let it bother you, don't let it destroy you, right? And honestly, getting toxicity out of your life is nothing but a positive thing. You're gonna shoot up, brother. I mean, your life's already improving. You don't have to worry about that stress anymore. Now that you have nobody threatening you with bullshit.
yeah.
you know
Keep improving my life. Keep working on all my problems, even outside of the scrapyard and everything. Going to therapy, staying sober, uh,
Mhm.
keeping sober friends in a very positive community that supports mental health and sobriety. And I feel like I'm in the perfect place for that.
Definitely, brother. Definitely. Like I said, we're definitely in your corner, and I'm excited to have you back. And I'll definitely be training with you again soon. I'm gonna let you get going. Do you have anything else to say, Mike, to the community?
Just thank you so very much. It's only been a couple of years, but I'm planning on doing it for a whole lot longer, and I won't let anybody down.
Great. Yes.
I
Well,
love you all.
yeah, and thank you guys too, the ones that were being patient and have been supported throughout this whole process, that have withheld judgment and waited till the evidence came out. And like I said, Mike here, he has receipts. He's not scared to show those. He's not, he's willing to present that to those of you that ask. I'm not going to have him do it here on the live, but he's willing to present that to those of you guys that absolutely need to see that stuff. um, and the other person, they just said a bunch of words. They just said a bunch of mean, nasty words about an individual that, he made himself a part of this great community and a respected part of this community. So,
And if there's
Yeah,
anybody out there going through the same thing, speak up, or even
please.
if you're having a really hard time, mentally,
Mhm.
you're having those kind of really horrible, dark thoughts, tell
Mhm.
somebody, you know,
Yes.
tell
And,
anybody about any active abuse or suicidal thoughts in your head.
mhm.
You can uh, you, you can message me anytime.
Mhm.
Always an open ear. And
Yep.
Nate here, Steve, anybody.
Mhm.
It's it's a great, great community.
Definitely. It really is. And we try to, like I said, not just beat you up, but build you up. And for those of you that are, struggling with your mental health and maybe having suicidal thoughts, you can always reach out also to 988. That is the suicide hotline. It is 988, the National Suicide Hotline. Give them a call, guys. They can give you some resources to, give you the chance you need or be the ear you need. But yeah, man. Mike, like I said, we're gonna get together soon and continue on with our training. And I think a good goal is, February, March in that area. We'll get back in shape, get that cardio back up, and we'll be out there competing again soon. All right, brother.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you, man. You have yourself a good night, Mike. Take care, bro.
You too.
Later. All right. Whew. Dang. I normally like to keep these pods fun, light, informational, um but I felt like this is a very uh these were serious allegations, guys. And like I said, I've cornered Mike on multiple matches that he's done at the scrapyard. I've cornered him outside the scrapyard, at local tournaments. He's been over to Columbia River Jiu-Jitsu. He's trained with me. um like I said, I consider him a friend. So when these things came out, it was personal. It was. And he was kind of drugged through the mud in front of a lot of people. So that's why I wanted to do this and provide that opportunity so that he can kind of clear the air. And yeah, if you're in a similar situation, guys, reach out. Okay, we'll do what we can to help. We can try to provide you resources. We're a community that wants to be there for one another. All right. Yeah. Oof. On a lighter note, this Saturday, October 25th, we'll have the Scrapyard Halloween event. If you don't have your memberships for the live pay-per-view access, get it now at the Scrapyard YouTube channel. Yeah, it's only $4.99, guys. Get it, and you'll be able to see all the matches. I think we have 90 signups, so we're looking at potentially over 40 matches. Yeah, I'm gonna be getting off now, though. Yeah, shout out to Chongo. I know this was a difficult podcast. Man, it's difficult for me, man. I whew, yeah. But it's necessary. And so we got to have these difficult conversations to progress. And I think that's what we did here tonight. Anyways, I hope you guys have a great night. And we'll see you guys later. Take it easy, guys.